The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, I'm Judy Badesh, and welcome to Chicago Hidden City. This is Elysium night and the end of Act 1. So our vampires are all dressed to the nines, and you've seen several people over in Hidden City. 7 by 7 pages. And I'm going to let Spotter take it away for introductions.
All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Antera, and I'll be playing Spotter, the Dapper Nosferatu, tonight.
Hey everyone, I am Mama McStabber, and I'll be playing Taylor Hammond, Dr. Taylor Hammond of Clan Bruja, who is now a brunette, which is actually her natural color.
Hello everyone, I'm Ree, and I'll be playing Kajai of Clan La Sombra, and I'm in charge.
Hello everyone, I'm John Levi-R. I'm playing Dr. Magnus Sanchez. Oh, Clan Gangrel.
Hey everyone, I'm Glaciate, and after a very long time, finally I'm playing Bastion of the Clan Toreador.
And hi, when I'm not futzing with a cord, my name is Maddox, and I am playing Dr. Theodore Smith of Clan Tremere.
Elysium Night, and Spotter and his wonderful group of people of Mr. Big and Dugout are actually in front of Elysium. But that's not how we're starting the story. Mm-hmm. One specific primogen known as Annabelle is walking with Bastion up the stairs as they're having a conversation.
Hey, so...
You do remember what we talked about, right?
I do believe I even remember the intonation of the words you said, Annabelle.
I'm just trying to make sure that we are on the same page as clanmates and as your primogen, that we are all on the same front, correct?
We are indeed acting for the betterment of the whole garden.
Remember, there are some of them that are to be trying to, shall we say, prune us. And I don't think you being one of the darlings now of Elysium, that one would want any such horrible rumors about anything to come to light.
Horrible rumors about anything?
Oh, I'm sure that they're floating about some reason. Something or another has probably passed through people's lips. I'll talk to Kitty tonight and let you know. But just remember, we're all here together as clan.
Don't worry. I would not make any problem for the whole clan by doing anything bad at Elysium. It's not my interest.
Clearly, it wasn't your interest in your clothing, but at the same time, I'm sure we'll find a better way to handle that later.
Oh, don't worry. Everything we deal with as a clan. So, my dearest Primogen, and Bastion is going to do a whole bow for her. we have not anything to worry because I am sure that anything that happens, it's gonna be caused and doubled by the other side.
I hope so.
Yes. So as long as things go fine, they will be extra fine. You have my word.
Perfect. I have to get up. They're going to be doing presentations as soon as everyone's in. So I'm sure you'll find several of the other clanmates in there. I'll see you later.
Don't worry. You're going to have great company.
I hope so. And she will click on in.
Bastian is gonna look her walking away, his eye twitching a little. Okay. And then he goes up to a side room because he talked with Brett a little earlier and they have a thing to discuss.
Okay. You do see Spotter with his crew.
A couple clanmates if you want to stop by.
Bastian is not going to go in the direction of Spotter, most because Bastian's eye is twitching a little, and he needs to let off some steam.
All right. Spotter will just nod as you walk by.
And I'll let the rest of the cast come in as they wish.
Spotter's going to address Dugout and Mr. Big, two of our newer Nosferatu. Guys, just keep your eyes open.
What was that about?
Huh? Oh, that Rose bullshit. Just ignore it.
I mean, pancake ass is the correct definition.
Oh, keep that down.
I'm sorry. Should I say pancake ass like this?
Yes, Dugout, of course.
Okay.
We must have manners.
I do have manners. You did not hear me as she walked on by. Swing better, swing. There ain't nothing to swing at.
Okay. Make a mental note. Dugout does not go to Elysium. Anyways, again, just keep your eyes open tonight.
Eyes are open, peeled. I mean, if I could peel them anymore, I wouldn't have eyes.
All right. And Mr. Big, you didn't need to dress up, buddy, but you look great. So
I wanted to represent.
You
said look nice. You said to look good. I did it. Even Dugout helped me with the clothes. I thought this is how we're supposed to be.
Getting so many George vibes right now. I just clap him on the shoulder and I look at Dugout and I said, the reason I want you to keep your eyes open, let's say you've been around for a while, like some of us, and you have a laundry list of people that you fucking want to murder. And all of them were in the same place.
You mean you don't have that already?
Oh, no, I do. I totally do.
I was embraced with one.
Just saying, if you had a list and all of them were in one place, that's all I'm saying. You're good. Keep your eyes open.
So if I got a heartbeat, tackle them. Gotcha.
Don't engage. Text me.
Sure. Do you prefer 911 or 411?
I don't care. Text me a heart and something else. I don't care.
Oh, no. I thought it was for that chick that you like.
I have a love relationship with my clan, and I'm going to just take her cheeks. I have told no one that.
You have told no one nothing.
Exactly.
I'm just assuming.
Right.
I mean, come on. Bells is going in there.
I got to catch up with her. Anyways, stay out of sight. Keep your eyes open.
Done that.
And I'll catch up to them as they walk in, 8-Ball and Bills.
And Dugout now knows how to get information.
Yep. She's smarter than Spotter.
Yep. And anytime you guys want to jump on in, besides Taylor, because we all know Taylor is going to be fashionably late.
Theo will open the door to the Field Museum and let Magnus through first as they both enter together. It's a little unclear if they arrived. Oh, you were saying something?
Yeah, Magnus would arrive with Evie as well.
Okay. Then both of them go in first, and then I'll step in afterwards.
Elysium. Lovely. Magnus looks around. Does he see Cordelia anywhere?
Cordelia is on the far end where the stairs go up, as different Primogen and different court members are up there to either let her know that they're there, or people are coming up to ask questions. Junie's tongue-tied. How are you? So I'm sure Kajai is somewhere around there, contemplating life choices right now.
Okay. He just kind of gives Cordelia a little 2-finger wave and then heads into the side room where Taylor's presentation is. Because he does not want to be on the main floor of Elysium.
You might get talked to.
Mm-hmm.
Yuck.
There might be roses around.
Junie, Theo's going to do a quick little scope with Sense the Unseen.
Okay.
Just not looking for anything specific, but more just I wonder if there's anything around.
Ironically enough, it's Elysium, no powers. So everyone's there. If they're an Nosferatu, they are seen. There is nothing warded at this moment because you're all on the first floor, and there's nothing really standing out. Everything is above board.
All right, then.
Scary, I know.
Another thing I'd like to do is do a quick scope around for attendees and see if there's anyone already noticeable here, because I don't know how long this has been going on or since people have been showing up.
Oh, the entire 7-page list is of everyone in attendance, and you find out that your coterie, maybe a couple others are just speckling in a little late. But everyone has arrived, I'd say about 20 minutes earlier.
Okay.
So we'll just say the forget-me-nots are slowly coming in and pitter-pattering.
All right, I'll start wandering. Not any specific direction just yet. I'll try to at least keep note of where, if I see my other coterie mates, where they are, just so I know where I am in relation to them.
You'll see Tracy, and she'll see you, and she'll give you a wave. You will notice Mel Davis is there.
I'll go over to them later, probably.
You will notice the one man you have not been actually able to meet yet is standing right next to Tracy, and that's Abraham.
Standing there with her and Mel Davis?
Standing with her. Mel Davis is somewhere
else.
Close, but not next door, because that's just a fire and water, and that's another fight I don't need to handle right now on screen.
Entirely fair. I'm going to do my best to make sure that I'm not facing Abraham at any point so he can't see my face.
That's fair.
I know it's impossible to hide entirely, but just I'm trying to ignore him in hopes that he won't want to acknowledge me.
That's fair. You will notice that Tracy is trying to gently turn him a bit so that he doesn't see you, and you're not exactly going, "Hi, I'm Theodore."
Yes, and if there's he gives a very concise nod of thank you.
Thumbs up.
And then I'll just meander and maybe people watch a bit. Nothing too fancy just yet.
Kijai, you're up there kind of waiting to do things. What are you doing?
Kijai fully accepts that this is going to happen regardless of whether or not he wants it to. So he is not so much as drawing attention to himself, but he is very open with where he is. He is just kind of walking around, being as polite as a Lasombra can be to each person. Are any of the other Primogen in the room besides, I believe, Annabelle?
Annabelle's there. Josephine's there. Aurora is there. There's everyone's there. Kitty's there.
Kajai's going to go and look for Critias to see how Critias is doing tonight.
I didn't put Critias on there only because he's a man in a toga. Really, I can't get any more inventive than that. And he was already on the stairs, slowly flipping through a small little book.
I recognize the book by chance, or is it ancient?
It's ancient, unless you're good with ancient Greek.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, you will walk up slowly, but making it very clear that he is approaching. And good evening, Critias.
Good evening, Kajai.
You have found some light reading for the evening?
Light. It's more of who's who of who's dead, but yes. Have you?
I must admit the written word has never been my favorite thing. Outside of
What?
the old war text my father gave me.
In what language?
I believe it would be Arabic now, though. I forget what the historians would call the dialect.
From what region?
North Africa.
You do realize North Africa is a vast region, right? Could you narrow that down?
I could, but I'm very bad at geography, storyteller. But I believe it would be, right, what was the Northwest Africa? No. Right, the old Ottoman Empire is what he'll say.
He'll chuckle and go, yes. Completely North Africa. Though it took over most of my country. Interesting. Are you
History
ready?
has a way of doing that to us.
Really, you don't say.
So, what are your honest opinions about the new council?
Honest? Here?
Wouldn't be afraid of being honest amongst us, would you?
Oh, I'm not afraid of being honest. You're asking a Bruhan, not breathe. Of course I can be honest. It's whether or not they can handle the truth of the honesty.
Well, I assure you I can handle much more than the youngers can.
So I've been told. Your, shall we say, as the younger kids say, your body count grows.
All in service of the ivory tower.
As it should, which I'm glad that you have returned many of your family back into the fold as they should be.
Took them longer than I would have liked, but everyone eventually recognizes the error of their ways.
Well, a broken clock is always right twice a day.
Suppose it is.
Indeed. Are you going to be looking forward to this? And he gently moves across this pageantry, as the Ventrus would say.
I look forward to what comes next. I find for all our power, we tend to become very set in our ways. I look forward to being a catalyst for change, strength, so that when our shared enemy returns, we're ready.
Which shared enemy? We have too many. Are we going to protect everyone?
Of course not. My goal isn't to protect everyone. My goal is to protect the ivory tower.
Where's your family stand in this? Torn it is.
Our goal is survival. For now.
You're in a coterie with one of mine, correct?
I am. Very intelligent woman.
She wouldn't be from my sire's line if she was not. Brilliance tends to follow us, and she is quite brilliant.
I've noticed that there have been more and more of your clan not in the tower recently. Is that a trend that will continue?
I hope not. But then again, everything tends to ebb and flow. We are in ebb. Soon we may flow back in. Who knows?
Be disappointing if you found yourselves leaving just as the power dynamics begin to shift. Don't
would
think
be
the
hard.
Anarch movement is going to survive very long.
What do you think I haven't left?
I'm curious about that, but suppose I will find out in time.
You have to be united to have a front in the Anarch movement. They're not united and they don't have a front.
Oh, you sound like the Ventru.
You only knew how much we were actually alike. And yet, we tout on our differences only because in spite.
I look forward to seeing the next time your clanmates get together. Perhaps they will become more like the Blue Bloods of old. That could be entertaining.
I prefer more of the Philosophy Kings when we actually ruled with wisdom and grace instead of greed.
Perhaps there will be a new kingdom for you to lead.
Maybe. We'll see. However, and he will slowly tuck the book underneath his sleeve and extend his hand to you.
He'll take the hand.
It'll be interesting to see what happens, correct?
Can't wait.
Naturally.
Have a good night.
You as well. It'll be interesting to see how you're introduced.
I will leave.
That's fair. He goes back to his book.
God, what a chode.
Oh.
Not Kajai.
Looking around this, could I see any of his coterie mates? Have anyone arrived?
Oh, within the sea of people, I'm
Just
sure.
looking around.
Yeah, I'm sure somehow with Spotter's hat, you know, somehow this flannel dressed gangrel with, you know, his friend who's dressed in lace next to him, and forever Dr. Theodore, you can probably match him out. Bastion, I'm not sure where he's at, but I don't want to know where he's at this moment. But he's somewhere here. And Dr. Taylor, have you entered in yet? I know it's a hard question, isn't it? I will say Anita and the other Bruja, Genghis and everyone, they're here. Most of the anarchs are already here. So
I think we've just pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
So we're about 40 minutes late at this point.
Hashtag accurate. Mark will make sure that he moves over to your door, opens it, and offers you his arm, because I can't say words.
That's fine. And Taylor will accept and say, well, you know, those pens, they were supposedly windproof, but they certainly weren't Bruja proof, were they?
No. No, they weren't. I'm not even sorry.
Neither am I. Let's go do this.
And he will escort you up the stairs. Spotter will get a text going, the star has arrived. And Mark will open up the door, kind of like a fling-ass motion, so that he can fling it open and gently, that was great for me, gently kind of push you forward softly, with consent, of course, to kind of let you go in first prior to then him following.
And she will take a step into the room and then turn and take his arm and walk with him arm in arm.
he'll start leading you. You are going to notice the roses have been waiting for your ass to come in. So they are starting to look and gossip. There are some people that are, do you hear the whispering and such? Are you going to look for your coterie mates, or are you just going to let him turn you around the room for a moment before?
She's following his lead at this point. They are making a statement without saying a word. And then she is going to kind of gently direct him to upstairs to her students' exhibition.
And Kajai, that's when you see Taylor and Mark doing the Bruja look at us move, and then go upstairs to where I believe Magnus, I think Theodore eventually is there, finds himself. Bastian, have you made it to your coteries kind of like table?
Bastian kind of arrives at a similar time as Taylor is getting up. Y'all can see that Bastian is much more relaxed now. He's chewing on something. None of you know exactly what it is, but he's smiling as he approaches everyone.
And I'm sure Spotter has eventually joined as well. So the coteries all at a table, and I'm going to let you guys take it from there for a moment.
Certainly know how to make an entrance.
Who's that directed to?
Taylor.
Oh. Well. If one doesn't like speaking to the Vipers, at least make a statement without saying a word, yes?
That is a philosophy.
Fair enough.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Y'all look lovely.
Sebastian.
Thank you very much. And then he spits on the floor, what's clearly a very chilled ear.
Taylor looks at it and looks at him. Did someone forget a safe word?
Yes.
Are you all right?
Oh, it's not my ear.
Taylor's going to look around to see if she spots who might be missing an ear. And she's literally going to like peer with her fucking predator style eyes and everything, because she is an obvious predator. She's just going to peer like over the railing and kind of look towards the roses, because she knows that's where Bastian's been, and kind of spot for anyone that's like trying to hide an ear missing.
Bastian, is it who I think it is? It's not the missing of an ear that you would notice. It's a couple little drops of blood on a collar. The color is a mixture of like a black and a red mixed in with some other kind of autumn colors. And this blood, unfortunately, landed on the orange. But Brett is making sure that his ears are very well covered in his hair. Brett Stryker.
And Taylor just literally looks at him and then backs away from the railing and looks to Bastian. Really?
It was little to my enjoyment, let me just say. I focused more on the side effects that he's a little pet for my dearest Primogen.
So you made him less attractive for her tonight. I see.
No, I put my mark on him.
Roses
It
go
was-
rose.
It was
So
consensual.
petty. I love
I
it.
love it.
It was consensual. What's she gonna do?
Be petty.
Storyteller, can I do a quick examination of this ear? Because I know that for some bits, when they're removed from a kindred, they tend to go poof. I'd like to see if I can get a guesstimation on Brett's kindred age based on how fast this ear is decaying.
Sure, as I look up how old this fucker is.
Not very.
No, he's probably very young, which is why I'm checking.
He's
I'm
basically
guessing,
a Chippendales dancer, okay?
delightful. I'm guessing int medicine would be the one to do for that.
Sure, give it to me.
I'll take it.
It's not really completely ash just yet. It is slowly
Oh my god.
decaying.
Fuck, I haven't used any powers. I'm still at 0 hunger. How the fuck is that possible?
Because you haven't roused
nice.
anything and
I
lost.
guess. Jesus.
It's very nice.
Now we hunt for floor dice.
2 successes.
As it's fading, you can tell that it's about 40-ish years old.
Oh,
Somewhere
wow.
in there.
Hasn't even cracked half a century. Okay.
Do you say that out loud?
The guy was embraced in 83.
Yeah.
Theo doesn't mean to say it out loud, but he does say it out loud. He's like, he hasn't even cracked a century. What?
Yeah, he's kind of a baby.
I mean, it makes sense why he's now such a pet, but
Mm-hmm. It is. I do not envy you, Kajai, in the slightest.
Don't want to be primogen of your clan, Bastion.
Of course not. I would never go for the seat of my dearest primogen. She has a wonderful job at her hands.
Speaking of, what have you been doing that has kept you so locked away?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, when someone starts doing things in a clan, others start to look. And this particular Rose happened to, in her words, put 3 primogen that are different clans into power and act to the ensurement of power of every other clan except mine. Of course, she forgets literally the help I'm doing to about 7 Toreadors, but regardless, I was being drilled for not helping the clan enough and how it's making her administration look bad.
You did not help put a Toreador in power because there already was one, her, in case she was so vapid that she forgot.
You and me, buddy.
She's not vapid. She's a fucking narcissist.
Yeah.
Yes,
She's not going to take blame for her own failings.
I
She's going to find a scapegoat.
Yes. I took like this whole time literally just listening to her saying things about how the clan should be run and how I should behave and things like that. My opinion on that, of course, is completely agreeing with her. Don't worry. I am sure I will be following every single directive of my primogen from this point on. And also, I also met someone else. Someone very interesting, in fact. They might show up here in Elysium tonight. I'm not sure when. Her child.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Got to meet her.
And how did that go?
How do you expect that went?
I mean, your nose isn't broken, so I'm assuming it wasn't immediately terrible.
Well, we can repair a lot of damage, but
well, watch out for any weird thing Bastion might say or do. I don't know if I'm,
yeah.
At this point, I have no fucking idea.
Does she want something from you?
Of course. What yeah, she does. You talked with one that's a little bit younger and they were demanding you to become their kind of whip.
Yeah, no, he can demand it all he wants. It's not happening.
Are you able to pay the price she wants?
Oh, all of us are going to pay the price. Because it's something that will directly hinder everyone here.
Right.
And exactly. And so it's very good that we know that we have to pay this price. I say yes, I have to pay the price, but You get what I'm saying. So we can hinder ourselves.
And what is it?
She didn't like having pieces stolen from the board. You know those pieces that we took from the board recently? They were hers.
Oh, well, that fucking tracks.
Totally.
Explains a
So
lot.
it's our fault that she has bad taste in pawns.
Yes, obviously.
No.
Again, finding the scapegoats. Mhm.
No. Let me be clear. No, let me be clear. The taste was deliberate. That was actually deliberate choosing.
Oh, wow.
So she chose terrible pawns that would make the city horrible.
Yes,
Yes.
to undermine everything else going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
And that's what she wants from
Sometimes I
us.
forget that this woman is responsible for like 3 cities being destroyed.
Exactly.
Yes. She is in a row, and I do believe that she doesn't want her combo to be broken, so she wants more. And that's where I come in. And she said, okay, if you want to embrace someone, embrace them. If you want to find someone, find them. Find 3. And all will be forgiven. Because it was my fault, as you all clearly know.
I dislike how vague those demands were.
Oh, yes.
What is she looking for?
Actually, I like how that vague that demand is.
She is looking for power. She's looking for efficiency. She is looking for similar personality traits to the ones that are recently taken away from her.
Oh,
So insanity, syphilis, and
Megalomania.
bad decisions.
Yeah.
Kajai, are there any La Sombra that you could think of?
There are many La Sombra I could think of, but are we sure that this request won't put us in opposition to the other elder kindred in the city?
Of course it will. That's what she wants.
But if we know the operatives, that gives us advantage.
A devil you know.
I may have a suggestion for that.
Mm-hmm.
This is another Ballard employee that, well, let's just say that he and I don't get along. He's also into the medical side of things, but more
Malpractice.
unethical.
Anyone I would have heard of?
He's not really a doctor. He's more a executive type.
Oh. Well, that might be a very good pick.
Yeah. Pitch it to her as, he's a Ballard employee. He's got those connections there.
Mm-hmm.
Theo's going to glance over at Taylor. I feel we're ignoring something that we should probably stop ignoring, at least for a quick second. And then his gaze will shift, sort of like someone turning on a very slow moving, turntable. And he'll look at Mark. We've never formally met you. Hello.
He has been quietly engaging, talking to Evie to let the coterie do what they do best. And in the point that Theo makes, they break their conversation and he nods to all of you going, hello.
Hello.
Everyone, Mark Levesque.
And he will actually do a formal French-Canadian bow.
And officially, Spotter, Kajai, Dr. Theodore Smith, Bastian, and Dr. Magnus Sanchez.
We've met.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would
There.
say, how are you doing, Doc? But 3 will answer.
I mean, you could have said, "What's up, Doc?" but you don't have a carrot.
Oh.
Bold of you to assume I can't pull one out. Wow, I'm hurt. And would you like me to do the Bugs Bunny impersonation too?
No.
No, there's no need. Also, It
Let's
wasn't.
not cause a scene at Elysium.
I would never
Oh,
cause
well,
a scene.
let's not go that far. Let's.
I mean, I did one just walking in the
Someone
door.
should.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, honestly, as Bastion says, let's not cause a scene. Theo just glances to where is the ear still there?
The ear is being actually picked up by one of the help. They don't ask. They don't say anything. It's a napkin, a grab, a put on the tray, and disappear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Theo's just gonna watch after them and then look back at Bastion. Mm-hmm. No scene, of course.
What? I'm an angel.
You're missing
Evie-
something.
Evie's just going to gently go, "You forgot your halo."
It's in the other room.
Maybe you left it in Brett.
He left it where he bit the ear off.
There's some things I don't need the mental image of, and that is one.
So if it's not hanging by an ear, it's not an earring. So would it just be a head ring?
Do you really want to know what the ring is a ring of?
Both Mark and Evie just say no at the same time.
I already know.
Spotter stifles a laugh.
A finger ring. Come on, people.
Or
I know I have to go down to
Ask the
Anita.
Rose to be bringing up fingering.
Taylor looks
Says the
to Mark.
gangro who brought it up.
No, I was just repeating what Bastion said.
Right. I got it. He just gives Taylor a kiss and a kiss on the cheek and a gentle kind of squeeze. I have to go down to see Anita and Genghis, and pleasure meeting all of you.
It
Have
was
fun, Mark.
as he
He
gets
just
away.
shakes her head and just says nothing.
As he gets away, I look at everyone. Did we scare him?
No.
I don't think so. I think he was just confused.
Good
One of
choice,
the
Taylor.
coterie superpowers.
Confusion and efficiency?
Oh, yes, Bastion. This is Evie, one of my coworkers and friends from New York.
Enchanté?
A pleasure.
I take it you're new, or are you just away?
Oh, I was away for a couple of seconds entertaining the garden of roses.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you better now?
Thank you very much. I am
Of
feeling
course.
better. I caused a little scene and I really wish we had blood circulation at this moment. I wanted to see Annabelle's veins pumping at the sight of that.
I mean, I can tell you what she's saying if you absolutely want to know, but I don't think you want to know.
Oh, no, I can imagine. My imagination is good at times like that. But it's a pleasure. How did the two of you met?
Oh, we are of the same association with Monsieur Ballard.
Hmm.
One of my visits to New York to not the same one Kajai and I were on. Different visit to visit some Ballard associates out there. I met her.
I'm on my way back to Montana, and they needed some help last week. And well, any good, shall we say, cowgirl or cowwoman, I always keep my lasso with me.
No,
She'll
that's-
gently point to her hip where the lasso is underneath the lace.
You have horses?
I have horses, I have sheep, I have llamas, I have steer, longhorn.
It's kind of cool. You don't get to see that stuff in the city.
Do you want to come by?
Yes.
So do I, because I want to get back to riding horses. I haven't done it in so long.
Oh, well, I have brought up to the idea to Magnus that we should turn around and do a ranch out here. What do you think?
Oh, that would be lovely.
I know I can't do the long horses or the long steer like I do in Montana, but you guys like a horse ride or a donkey ride?
Hmm.
There's
It
some
has been
places that we could buy out, and then it would be enough for some horses and maybe some other riding animals.
It has
we
been a
would
while.
bond with the animals.
Yeah, how else do you do it?
I mean, with the blood or not with whatever humans would use, would you be able to use them for scouting and
Of course.
fortifying
Naturally.
the city?
I have a few scouts around.
I've been doing that with some of these toys around here.
A horse scouting in the city is a sight I never saw before, let me just say.
And they're
The
doing their
pigeons are
job.
Yeah, and the big pigeons are completely underrated.
They're able to do so where the humans, the Inquisition, does its business. Would like to know more about what they're doing, if it wouldn't draw any attention to it.
Pigeons are everywhere and underrated. What do you think that they hang around at mostly? Oh, seagulls too.
I mean, if you want to put a corollary on it, they're essentially Gould. So they'd pass as whatever they are.
Oui.
You should find time to discuss that in more detail. Be useful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can do that tomorrow after this whole thing is going on, yes? You have time?
I should, assuming no one else needs me for more bowing or whatnot.
Yes,
Monsieur Kajai, you're a primogen now.
Are your shoes
agenda.
Are your shoes polished enough from all of the kissing that they've been receiving from people?
No,
It
let's
is
give credit where
amusing.
credit is due. Some of them go much further than kissing.
The respectful look from the Ventru has been amusing, but most of it's just been annoying.
I somewhat assumed. I'm not envious of your position, but I am glad to know that we have that type of influence among us.
Mhm.
I feel it's more helpful than I'm giving it credit.
Do you
The title
see
is
now,
fun.
Kajai, why I have absolutely no interest in any of it?
I do, but it still has its purposes.
It can. I will grant you that. For me, no. But for you, most certainly.
And in the worst case scenario, we can always find a replacement if you want.
Perhaps, but for now, I don't mind. I don't intend to leave the city for some time. And perhaps someone able to cause change in our elders is best suited for the position.
Yes, your clan indeed will need as much help as it can get, and you are undoubtedly loyal to the Camarilla, so
Perfectly positioned to provide that entrance into the cam.
Well, that being said, it is annoying to see. It is annoying to deal with all the questions, but it is amusing to watch kindred who do not know who I am, but are still terrified.
always the little things with you, isn't there?
Must find joy wherever we can.
See, now you're talking.
To have this outlook in life.
That's why I was late.
On that wonderful point, Kajai, I need to be excused for a moment. I have an obligation I must see to.
While
I
you,
should go look around as well.
as you start to break away, you will hear Josephine's voice calling for Kajai. Hal, I'm sorry. Hey, Kajai, we've been looking for you. Can't stop this whole shindig without you. Oh, hi, everyone. How y'all doing?
Hello, Josephine.
Hello.
You look lovely.
Oh, thank you. I pulled this thing out I haven't worn in ages. I thought, why not? You all look fantastic. Oh, Lord. Somebody actually changed Theo's outfit. You have different colors. I'm so happy.
Next time I go to Blue Velvet, come with me. You'll see me in my actual good clothes.
Wait, you know about that?
He
place?
shines up real nice.
Really?
Mhm.
You guys went to Blue Velvet and y'all didn't take me?
Mm-hmm.
I love the music. Oh my God, I could stay there forever.
Theo,
heart is
take her to
broken.
Blue Velvet.
Before the week is out. How about that?
Oh, fantastic. I love that place. Oh, wait, can you drink?
With a bit of willpower.
Okay, good. Even better. Y'all look fantastic. I love the hat spot. Very 1920s. I don't remember those days. Wow. Magnus, you even put on a different top.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me you never dress up, and yet here you are.
No, I decided to dress nice for the occasion.
I'm gobsmacked now. When Taylor, you're looking all natural. I love it.
Thank you, dear.
Bastion, you're always sweet as ever. However, I can't help but think why somebody's hair is down and covering a certain part of their anatomy.
Oh. It was a very funny discussion we had.
You'll
He
have
said-
to tell me. Yes.
He said he was our ears, and so I put that to the test.
When normally they say friends, countrymen, lend me ears, I don't think he meant it like that there.
He didn't tell me to
Should've spoke more
stop.
carefully.
I would say that he would know Shakespeare, but then again, I think he's way too young to even understand that.
I think it's more of a Van Gogh at the moment.
You know I know him, right?
All right. At the Van Gogh comment, Theo cracks a smile. That's fucking hilarious.
This is amazing.
I told you I would do it.
Wow.
Taylor is legit laughing.
And Theo's
Yeah, Magnus is laughing too.
and Theo's gonna say something in a language I don't think anyone here fully understands. Kajai, I think, comes pretty close, but you'd also recognize that it's old as shit for what you'd probably normally know.
What is it? Well,
Theo in Sanskrit just says fucking a rose by any other name.
she will finish it off in Sanskrit. Can only smell a sweet in Sanskrit.
Oh, I thought I was the only one in the city who spoke it. That's good to know.
No, it's our new friend that's hunting Misty does too.
I'm sorry. Y'all think I don't know certain things? Wow. I'm just learning.
I'm just learning that I don't know anything of what you know.
That's exactly it.
So I spend more time around you to learn what you know.
Sure. How good are you with guns?
Not awful.
I can
Yes,
teach you.
Oh, will if he takes me Blue Velvet this week, I'm gonna take him to my shooting range.
Perfect.
We'll have a fun time. And she'll just gently walk over to Kajai and put her kind of like loop her arm around his. We got to get going because we're doing all the pre-mission stuff.
We do.
Oh, smile, Kajai. It's not like it's the end of the world.
I think the end of the world would be more effective. But
Oh,
let's go. Let's go and kiss the ring or whatever.
Oh, I don't kiss in the rings, honey. I did that a long time ago. I stopped ages. Stand up for yourself. You're proud. You're Lysambra. You survived all this. If you hadn't, I mean, you'd be just a bunch of ash, right?
One thing I find I agree with the gangrel on is survival is far more important than whatever pride you can have.
Well, pride of survival is actually pretty good.
Or
Okay, I'm taking Mr. Potter Pooper away. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you soon.
As they walk away, Theo just stares after them for a second and says, "What's that? I'm not certain if it's a philosophy or just a saying. It's Chinese. The mixing circles, white and black.
Yin and yang.
Yin yang.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what those two feel like.
Yes,
Not
very much.
necessarily opposites, but for everything
Different
that Kajai
sides.
is, he seems to not be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you have an obligation.
Yes, I do. Thank you. Excuse me.
And I guess we need to be nosy and see what the fuck they're doing.
Yes. We are going to have to talk with people tonight. Yay.
And
Here we
it
go.
is. You guys do see, oh, good. I wanted to make sure I wasn't pulling a pen. You will see Josephine taking Kajai down the hall and then slowly down the stairs, where you start to see all the Primogen there gathered. You see the court there, and you see Jackson is on his way. My question is do you guys go to the balcony to watch all of this?
Taylor does.
Sebastian also does.
Yeah, actually,
I guess Magnus will.
As you go
What's
ahead.
Spotter doing?
I say Spotter's going to go to the balcony, but he also wants to watch the crowd. He's still not convinced this is going to go well.
That's right.
He wants to see anybody not paying attention to anything, people minding their own business. But we can do that at any point.
As you guys come to the balcony, you will see Menelaus standing there looking over the crowd. Just quiet. Simple. He gives you all a polite nod.
Taylor just looks at him and then looks amongst the crowd.
He'll give Taylor a nod and say, "Why do you think I'm up here?"
Why would you question me like I care?
I know you don't. But I know. It's easier to stay up here. Not a whole lot of people to talk to, and I'm good. Kind of glad. Actually, I was listening to your guys' conversation. It was entertaining. Thank you.
Yeah.
And he'll smirk and go, "Ears."
Everybody's got kinks. And she just looks.
He nods. He just nods at that.
No, this is why we have safe words.
Exactly.
He has no fucking right to judge people on that shit.
He's not.
I mean, some people erupt volcanoes and destroy 4 cities, but you know.
This is fine. He just kind of nods. He agrees with that. Safe word. Absolutely. He'll just smirk and say, "Yeah, I forgot mine centuries ago."
Mm-hmm. Should come up with a new one then.
Yeah. I'm going to stay away from a lot of things right now. It's best that way. But I'm glad you guys are here.
As long as the city doesn't turn into, another salted or ashed wasteland.
No desire for that.
Can't say your ex feels the same.
Fair. But then again, that's her problem, not mine. I'm not here to start wars. I'm just making sure things are done.
Thanks.
Just things, plans.
Okay.
Making sure proper people are in proper positions for the proper role of a city. The intricacies of how whoever wants to do whatever, that's up to them. We need strong leadership. We need strong thoughts and opinions. We need a city that runs. We've got that with a strong tutor.
Oh, Taylor gives him nothing.
He doesn't expect anything, actually.
She doesn't even react.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
He's not expecting. He's just talking. Quietly, of course, because as you guys look down, you're seeing this mingling of kindred all over the place, people upon people, and it's chaotic. Of course, you see Baby Chorus playing a round of music. There's so much music going on. It's really cool. You even have a daughter Cacophony singing on and off. And once Jackson comes down those stairs, the music slowly stops only because he's coming down. And when he hits that center, the lights dim, that spotlight comes on him, and he walks towards everyone with his arms wide open, greeting everyone in his usual Jackson way. He's trying to not be overly bravado, but he's being strong. He's being confident. He's owning the city and welcoming everyone, guests of, the Camarilla and other people, as well as the Camarilla. And then he starts to introduce the court from the lower. When they get to Aurora doesn't really get a title. They just introduce her as Aurora. And then when they start to introduce the Primogen, the last one is Kajai. And he'll gently wave Kajai up to where he's at. And from there, he will then introduce you, Kajai, to the entire assembly. Not just as Primogen, but brokering of bringing the Lasombra back into the Camarilla. That this is on you. And you're the one that's heralding the change. He will then also tell of you have a area now, a clan feeding ground perhaps, that it's a fully refurbished block, free of any problems. And then he will tell everyone about what Kajai had brought up. Kajai, do you want to tell people what Lasombra have to do to be brought in to the Camarilla?
I will, but I'm not very good at speeches. So can I make a role to deliver it well, storyteller?
Absolutely.
So I'm going to do charisma and intimidation.
Oh, okay. We're going intimidation. Got you.
That's what I'm good at. I have one trick. That's about it. I'm going to rouse the blood. So 1 second.
Sure. By all means.
I get hungrier.
You can grab a bite after Elysium. It's fine.
It's fine. Oh, can I add my status to this role?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. It's the reason why we're doing this. If you're not adding status to your role, are we even in Elysium?
5, 10. Okay. I gotta do a artery roll because that's a messy crit. All right, so it's a normal crit for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 successes.
Would you like to describe in just how you bring this to the Camarilla and the court?
Yes, Kajai is going to not go for pleasantries or any kind of formality, really. And he just stands in front of everyone next to Jackson. His eyes will linger on his clan first. Let it be known, any of my clan, any keeper that wants to return to the fold will have to prove itself by delivering the unlife of one of the elders, one of the monsters, one of the unwise. I am not here to offer you safety or kindness or any such nonsense. My goal, as it was when I was embraced and will be until my last day, is to ensure the strength of the Camarilla. Those of you who are capable will be rewarded, and I imagine those of you not capable will be eliminated shortly. Do your best to be amongst my good side.
He thanks you. And then he introduces Naomi as the Venture Primogen. And as Naomi comes, people clap, of course. And she raises her hand. She goes, thank you, thank you. I'm pleased to be able to represent our clan. And I know that our clan has been, shall we say, lack lately of confidence within the city. We are going to be bringing things up. We are handling things. And I can assure you all now that Capone is no longer a problem within this city. I would like to officially thank everyone for their help in this matter. Whether you know it or not, you have helped us. And I am going to be visiting certain people within the next week. There are spoils of this gentleman that need to be dealt out. And certain people deserve not only what he took from them, but have also turned around to help the city become better. I would also like to point out, I'd like to thank certain people, and she doesn't name, but she looks directly at all of you from where you are on the balcony. And she'll try and make eye contact with each and every one of you. And she'll say, I'd like to thank those that have helped me to become Primogen. And those that have helped me, your requests have all been granted. And she will actually give a formal bow. And I'd like to thank everyone for understanding and being patient in this time as our clan has had to take care of the trash and take it out. And with that, she'll step back. Jackson will again smile and say, all right, everyone. I'm going to release everyone to talk to you. You guys have a wonderful evening. You know where I'm at if you need me. Music starts up again, singing. People start dancing again. Primogen start coming down the stairs. Naomi and Jackson talk for a little bit before she actually comes up toward you all.
And you see Theo like stop and just then stand and wait on the balcony for her.
I have a question. Is Menelaus still around us?
As Jackson started winding down, he kind of gently walked back away.
I watch him go away and I look at Taylor. Do you like chess?
Yes.
It runs in the bloodline of both of us, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
God fucking damn it, what is this city?
He can act like he's checked out, but he's lying through his teeth because he's manipulating things too. They literally can do nothing but that because they've gotten stuck.
Right.
They are so old that they've gotten stuck.
Right.
They have stopped growing and have become stunted.
So truly long-lived immortals truly are the worst of them.
Yes.
They're just fighting the same war differently.
Yeah, it's the same shit over
Right.
and over and over again.
City might
Rinse
not burn
and
down.
repeat, rinse and repeat. Because he can claim he wants no part of it, and then she'll do something that royally pisses him off, and he'll lose his temper, and then he does shit.
We all suffer.
And we all suffer.
Yes,
Because
the last
they
time.
can't
City
control their
suffers.
fucking shit.
And I heard the last time he lost his temper, we lost Pompeii. So
No, the last time they lost their temper, they wiped out a whole fucking tribe of native people
morons.
That too.
and quite a few European settlers as well, right here, and torpered each other.
Couldn't they just find a desert to just fight and argue in forever? I feel like it would be more productive for them.
The
No,
thing
because
is, they
then they
don't
don't have
wanna be
little tools to
productive.
fucking move around the board.
If you're that bored, stand in the sun.
Who knows, they are old enough, they might survive that.
And the whole time we've been talking, Junie, Theo's also been like checking down the stairs for when Naomi's coming up so she doesn't see us ranting.
Oh, she sees you guys all talking, and she's paused a moment and looked at Kajai. Do you want to come up?
Sure, of
May I have your arm?
course. And he will, as politely as he can with his etiquette skills.
What are your etiquette
Very
skills?
good. One up.
Okay. Perfect.
Your speech was very good. Well, much more charming than mine.
I know you were going for intimidation. I was going for corrective measures.
How has everyone
Your
else?
clan. Good. Think your clan will be happy with what you've done.
She smiles for a moment. Will they be?
Time will tell. And then he will join the others.
She'll nod to you guys all. Evening.
Remagen.
Emergence
Good
to it.
evening.
Imogen?
How are you all doing?
Well, I'm enjoying a nice bit of kismet, if nothing else.
Pray tell.
I wanted to pitch an idea to you.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're going to be the one in charge of distribution of assets.
She nods.
If you could set aside some, maybe not grand territory, but a decent bit, I might be able to help us get a few useful additions to the city. Potentially.
What are you looking for?
I need some sort of offering in order to make inroads with, and Thea will actually lean over the balcony to get a sort of check. And Junie, I saw in the photos of the actual building that we're in, there is a dinosaur skeleton.
Yeah, that's Sue.
Can we see that area from this balcony?
I'm gonna say it's a side part, but sure, who doesn't want to see Sue?
Just because I'm curious, are there by chance two people, one in a gray suit and one in a black dress?
Possibly.
I've heard rumors that those two are Hecata. Necromancy is not something I have a firm grasp upon, but I know that everyone who has any dealings with our side works through, and he points directly at the two of them, necromancers.
The Hakata. Giovanni, to be exact.
I could take any
to the city.
I simply know that they had abandoned holdings that I believe you have since claimed for your clan. Kajai?
Sorry.
A portion of it, not much.
But if there was a way to keep them around, I would say necromancers would be a great asset to the tower as a whole.
Well, you're fortunate these are Tower Giovanni.
Oh, well, then that removes any sort of business I was thinking of doing.
No. You can always do business. They're here for my personal request.
I was under the impression their kind couldn't join the other sects. They were somewhat of a sect themselves.
Their clan. Several different subs. Oh, the family reunion came up this year. In January. That's why they call them the Hecata now. Think of all of them. Every single one of them have decided to become one united clan underneath the name of Hecata.
Oh, yes. Just as united as my clan, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, they
Old
might not
grudges
have
die hard.
houses. This is true. But all of the Giovanni, even the Cappadocians, what's left of them, and several others. If you want introductions, I'd be more than happy to.
I would love an introduction.
Okay.
I also have something of an obligation, and I believe she, and Theo, again, points down towards the two of them and points towards the woman in the black dress. I think she would help with that nicely.
Okay, that's very well. I have no problem with that. I'm actually here to settle a debt with all of you. I do recall we had a agreement.
Indeed.
And do you remember what you all wanted?
Mm-hmm.
Come by my office this week, and I'll have everything settled.
I may have to delay mine.
That's fine. It will be settled when you come back. I'm a woman of my word, and you all asked for something.
Appreciate it.
Of course. You guys held your end of the bargain.
We tend to do that.
Of course. And I'm a woman of my word, and I'm holding my end of the bargain. I will say, Capone sends his regards.
You didn't let the
Good
power
riddance.
go to waste.
Why would I ever do that? Can't
Excellent.
have power if it's going to go bad. I will say, and she'll tap, the sides of her lips for a moment.
Taylor dropped the hint,
She'll just tap the sides of her lips and goes, sometimes I forget what Italians taste like.
Hopefully an SED doesn't get in and infect your brain too.
I was going to say, I hope he was easy on the stomach.
Way to ruin the mood.
Theo, you did get the book I recommended, right?
Yes.
Okay, make sure you read that before you start making conversation like that again, okay?
Which book did you recommend?
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
And she just looks at Theo. You haven't read it yet.
Should I have?
Yes.
Your Tremere. I thought we hand you a book. It's like giving somebody a cookie.
Well, yes, but you can only ever read one book at a time. Well, I guess there are those who read multiple, but
Magnus is just like
Taylor's kind of like,
just stands there like horrified, like you can only read one. Like, since when?
Since when? I'm like, I currently have 4 I'm working on, but
That's light reading.
Oh, you're talking light reading. Oh, no, I haven't done that in a while.
Clearly, because you haven't read the book.
Yeah, no, definitely. Make that a priority, Theo.
It would take you 3 hours if you're as studious as you say you are.
We still love you, Theo. Don't worry about that.
First time in my life for everything.
What, realizing that we are out reading you, or you are reading enough?
Know that I'm loved, and Theo will just crack a big grin.
She'll blink like, wow.
You can't always be serious, Naomi.
I'm never serious. She winks. But I wanted to come and thank you. Let's just say he went down as he lived.
Where did you find him?
She smirks. It's a funny thing when you read their people's lives, when they're scared and when they run to old safe houses. I had to go down to Peoria.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Where do you think he was at?
He was hiding in his old area.
I love history.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Exactly. But when you've got to ride down almost 4 hours and the back roads of places I never wanted to see.
Yeah, some of those, yeah.
We're talking back roads through cornfields.
And sundown towns.
So that's how you worked up such an appetite for it.
Oh, I was going to make sure he was my final destination.
Well, here, just to create another social faux pas.
Mhm.
And Theo will actually lean in a bit. Have you heard him yet?
No.
Don't feel him in the back at all?
Can't feel somebody who is weak enough and not strong enough to live through anything.
I'd say just give it a bit. You never know. I've heard they can sometimes crop up on you later.
She winks and goes, no idea what you're talking about. It's all good. Though I do again thank you all. I'm happy to report that the school will be starting soon.
Oh, that's amazing.
Excellent.
Good to hear.
I also would love to pick your brain about educational techniques for something. That can happen at a much later date.
Didn't know you wanted to be a teacher.
It was an idea I had after, and he'll glance down into the crowd at Mel Davis for a second. Some thoughts.
Everyone has a kink.
As I said.
This isn't a kink.
You say that.
We don't
It's
judge.
a lifestyle.
How about this? When you come to my office, we'll talk then. And everything, Dr. Hammond, you said that Critias will be taking over, shall I say, the leftovers.
Yes.
I'm going to make sure that only the best get through. If they don't match up and square up, well, junior college they go.
And I'll
Not
wait
even-
to see how well that goes.
Well, being that I already have 52 students going to be signed up in the next couple of months.
52?
Oh, do you think I was going to start with the new ones? Everyone in the past 5-6 years.
Oh, wow.
Let's make sure that we are doing this right.
Good for you,
Fledglings
Naomi.
in this city.
Well, I was serious when I talked about it. We need to up this. We need to make sure everyone's good. Magnus, your little sister's coming too, correct? I haven't been able to reach her yet. She's on my list. Would she be able to attend?
I need to roll something.
I'm going to drink.
Oh,
Gonna
yeah.
have some fun
Okay.
after all.
Magnus just looks at Naomi and is like, I'm going to ask as a personal favor that she be exempted from it.
If she's exempted, how am I supposed to do the technology we had talked about?
Just from the teaching, she can still help you with all the technology and stuff.
How about this as a personal courtesy? You teach her, I'll give you all the quizzes. You test her, you let me know where it goes.
Okay.
I allow 2 pass-throughs just on the subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
If by the 3rd she can't pass it, we'll discuss. How's that?
Taylor looks to Magnus and then looks to Naomi. She'll pass it.
She'll pass.
I am assuming and she'll look to all 3 doctors. She will have a very well-rounded education. Again, personal courtesy. I'm not saying that this is a threat, and I'm not saying this is doing this to be mean at all.
No, I appreciate the courtesy.
And don't worry, Ventrue are
Mhm.
far more obvious in their threats. We'll know.
I threaten you.
No, never us. But I've seen Ventrue threaten before.
I never threaten. I just take stocks away.
Those are the terror of Ventrue.
Oh. And she will slowly pull out from the side of her gown 6 they're about yay long envelopes. That wide. And she'll hand them all to you. You all have your names on them. Yes.
Taylor will crack it open.
All stocks and all different stocks and dividends, money. And she'll smile and go, let me know if you need to deposit this into different names or accounts, or I'll let your people do it. Let's just say we liquidated all of his assets.
Oh,
And of
shit.
course, you all get a share.
Thank you, Naomi.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Primogen.
Thank you very much.
And Taylor
Well,
literally tucks the envelope down the front of her dress.
Naturally, because where else would you store it? Well, I've taken
She
your
doesn't have
time
a
up
purse
and-
tonight, so you know.
That's fat. Well, she lost her purse somewhere, and I'm not going to try and figure out where that was.
No, it got left. We were rushing out the door.
Absolutely. More of like where those pins are broken. She'll just smile to you and go, well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Speaking of that, are you free later for a dance, Miss Stewart?
She kind of pulls out her card and opens it, and she go, when?
Whenever I come find you.
Sure. And she'll turn and head downstairs. And it's at this. Yes.
Sorry, just a quick indication because I wasn't sure. Did she say that she would eventually introduce me to the necromancers, or that I could follow her right now? Because I missed that bit.
I mean, if you want to follow her right now, she'll take you to meet them.
All right, we'll do that. Give a quick
Alright.
wave to everyone else.
And as Naomi leaves with Theodore to introduce Tremere to Hakata, we're going to break.
All right, everyone. We'll be back in 10. Once I can find my cursor. Ooh, there
Right
it is.
there.
There it is.
Welcome back. Well, you're in the second part of Elysium. Yay! And ironically enough, we have couples dancing. We have Theo and Isabella. Theo has actually learned how to dance, which is surprising many. And he's leading and Isabella is following, but Isabella definitely is making Theo look good at this. All I have to say is between Bastion and Neely, it's like two major dancers going at it, trying to prove who's better, but then looking like flawless in and of itself. We have Spotter and Naomi doing a really, really sweet dance, and they are talking and having fun. We have Magnus and Evenie yes.
I was going to say the second song was It's a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong.
That's fair. Well, that is probably playing right now as Magnus and Evenie are on the floor as well. Actually doing really well. What kind of dance are you guys doing? I'm putting John on the spot.
Oh, Argentine tango.
Oh, fine. Wonderful World and Argentine Tango. Here we go. Here we go. Taylor's going to be going on the dance floor, but in just a moment. Kajai, where are you at?
Jai would be near the main exhibits, however you would say that. And he's looking for his prince.
As you walk into that side exhibition, because there are several, he's kind of standing there admiring a couple of things, and he turns around and goes, Kajai.
My prince, I didn't take you for a historian.
Well, if we don't learn from the past, I know Dr. Hammond would remind me of that.
The past does have its lessons, many of which could perhaps be forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
So, how does it feel to wear the crown?
Excellent question. It's heavy, but at the same time, I knew the responsibilities when I was taking it.
It's the burden your clan so eagerly takes.
But I took it with purpose. I knew what had to be done.
Says every king throughout history.
Yeah, but at the same point, I've got people telling me and helping me through it. I'm not alone in this. That's the key.
It is true. Dr. Hammond and the Bruja are unique in their worldview, but you are still you. Be wary that you are not ruling for another.
That's why Dr. Hammond told me, listen to the women of my clan. Created a small council. Quiet, of course. But at the same time, I talked to them. Why turn around and not listen to free advice? Be listening, try to understand. I don't rush into anything anymore. I take the time to take care of the problems at hand. That's why I knew putting Naomi in place, she was going to go after Capone. I didn't have to do anything.
Forward to seeing what you accomplish. But
Hopefully something great.
I have come to make a request of you.
Really? And what request?
I would like you to grant me permission to embrace another.
All right. Who?
I've yet to decide. I have done enough killing and destruction for multiple lifetimes. I would like to see if I can create something new, something good, or if I'm wrong.
And you have that person in mind? Let me know.
All right.
Anything else? Are you good or?
I'm all right. I admit the quiet is preferable, but I'm excited to see what comes next.
He chuckles for a moment and walks over, pats your shoulder, and turns you around to the dance floor and says, quiet might be something, but look at all of them out there.
Worry, but I suppose morale is important.
Morale is always important. Oh, no. Here he go. You want to see something?
Sure.
He points over to Khalid, walking over to Taylor, and he just smiles and says, $20. He gets eventually shot down.
Sure. Let's have hope for the underdog.
The underdog's mark. Bet you $10 more. No, I bet you. You know what? Let's up the ante. Bet you 50,000. He breaks into this.
All right.
Cool. And as Kajai and Jackson loom from afar, Khalid makes his way over to Taylor.
Khalil,
because I came close to it. Came close.
Khalid
right there.
is the Nosferatu from Imogen.
It's not the Nosferatu. That's for damn sure.
It's Ravnos.
A really hot Ravnos.
Yes, he is. He is
massive daddy vibes. I'm sorry.
He is seriously fucking sexy illusionist. Okay.
Dark romance vibes for all of you out there. And he will give you a bow. And he'll say, it has been too long.
Khalil Ravana. I did not think I would ever see you again.
Well, it's hard to put a good man down, isn't it?
A good man. Is that what we're going with now?
He'll offer you his hand. Come.
All right. And she takes his hand.
And he rolled 10 successes. And he starts to dance with you on the dance floor.
And I did another roll for his dance, and that is 9 with a crit.
And he'll lead and he'll wander you around the dance floor. And he's going to talk to you and try to gently, not smooth, but gently try to swirl you around with thoughts and old conversations, trying to get you to remember what it was like to being back in his world almost, making it familiar. No powers are being used, I will point
No,
out.
of course not. She says, Khalil, it's been 80 years.
And?
It was so long ago.
80 years is what to us?
True, but
Drop of a hat.
I'm sure you've done much in that time, as I have.
I do anything other than try to the benefit of my people. He'll give her a spin out, bring her back. Come on. When was the last time we ever did anything fun?
1947 in Delhi.
And wasn't that a memorable time?
It was a good night.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. Come on, I'm here for a little bit. We can do some fun.
I may not be here for a little bit.
Oh, you're leaving when I've just found you again?
You know this is the way. And she spins out and spins back.
Come on. You've got to at least indulge me one night. All I ask.
We will see when I get back.
And when do you get back?
Around the beginning of July.
I can extend my visit long enough for that.
And she will just look to him.
And he will turn around and spin you back out. Mm-hmm. But as you're being spun out, Mark takes your other hand and takes you right into a dance, leaving Khalil. Damn it. The Nosferatu on the dance floor without a partner.
Yeah.
And he'll just smile and go, I had a savior from him. I could feel the oil dripping far away. Somebody call the XL Valdez.
And she rolled a 10 with a crit to dance with him.
And so they continue to dance. I know it's Butter wanted to say a couple things to Naomi before we swirl around a bit more.
And Taylor will just say, we fought together in the 40s for independence for India.
Oh, you're the one that got away.
What?
He just chuckles and smiles. You know.
What?
Oh, look. What? I talked to him last night.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
We only had one victory dance.
Sometimes it all takes. Look at Spotter and Naomi.
And she does.
Takes just one dance.
We shall see on that.
He chuckles again. What kind of dance are you doing, Spotter?
Oh, it's a what a wonderful life. It's what a wonderful world. It's a slow dance.
It's a slow dance, and you're dancing with Naomi. And
yeah,
what are you bringing?
Hand, and then hand on the back, and that's just very slow.
She's going to give you a gentle turn, like a slow waltz.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Because why not?
Because why not? Spotter can keep up. He is training.
And she will, as you are asking about the Nos getting enrolled in the school, she's going to say, anyone's welcome.
Excellent.
Anyone will be able to go. And she will, talk about she will actually say that she hasn't been to the Undercity.
Oh, well, I did see the decoration in Jackson's office and thought you might enjoy a visit to a jazz club that you haven't been to before or, don't own.
She laughs. Don't own everything in the city. Yet. Are you going to try and finish all of my sentences?
Yes.
Why?
Why not?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's start with Jess.
I'm
start
not
with
getting
school.
ahead of myself at all. I'm just asking what's going on in your head.
Oh, God, you do not want to know what that is. He says that right out.
She laughs and says, really? I don't know. I don't want to know what's going on in the head. Why
Not
not?
most days. It's a crazy city, and we, live crazy lives. So,
One question.
Hmm?
When will you take me down to the
why?
Undercity? Not
Why?
just that bar, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you want the show too? Oh, okay.
I've heard quite a bit.
Do you want the walk? Do you want the slow mosey around the city, or do you want the flight included?
I can pay for all expenses.
Okay.
I was just say, Bells likes to hype up her friends very well.
He's good.
She's an excellent wing woman.
Yes, I'm learning that very quickly.
Not wrong.
Okay.
And she'll
So-
look over to Taylor and Mark. She'll just gesture over.
Don't get between a French Canadian man and his lady.
I would never go against a English woman who has found the man of her dreams. Are you kidding?
Fair enough.
I noticed they were late.
No, I was just shocked not to see any twigs in their hair.
She actually gives a laugh. Twigs? I don't even think they got out of the room yet. Are you kidding?
Well,
Don't get me wrong. The natural hair she's got going on right now with that gown.
Mm-hmm.
You're lucky they even left the room. I do notice she doesn't have a clutch. I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. Never mind.
So let's think.
I'm always thinking, and yes, I want the entire show, chutzpah and jazz hands with it.
Okay. All right. I think I can still surprise you.
Oh, I'm guaranteed you can surprise me on this.
What was I going to say?
Something witty, I'm sure.
No, not this time.
Oh.
What if we meet? We meet at your office. Get the ugly business out of the way.
What? We can't do the ugly business while we're walking?
We could do that too.
I like to walk and talk.
Sure.
We're doing it right now.
We are.
All right. So where do I meet you?
I give her the address, but the location of at the college, at the university.
She'll smile and say, I'll make sure I wear my walking shoes.
Dress comfortably.
I have Converse.
You kind of, you own Converse? I
She'll just
expected this
gently
all the
go,
time from you.
oh, hey, Kamala can wear a pantsuit and Converse. Do you think I can?
Sure.
Don't worry about it.
I will not. You were.
And she nods to that. And as we go from there, is there any other people that want to dance and talk?
Bastion has a small thing to ask Edward.
Which they are dancing beautifully as they're going around. And Edward will wave to Taylor and wave to Spotter and give a wave to Magnus. And can't believe that Theo was actually on the floor and dancing. And wow, miracles never cease.
Speaking of miracles, Mr. Neely, how is the adaptation going with the city?
Slow, but not good. Slow, but good. It's taking its time, and I expected it to be. And yours?
I would like to say fast, but things are slow if I am completely honest. I am a little saddened that we couldn't cooperate more in the past. You make quite a first impression.
I make a good first impression with everyone, I hope.
Honestly, I am not one to ask favors. So I am one. Yes, I am a very cooperative man. I go about and I do my work. What's the word that they have here in the US? You know, the kids that go about selling cookies. I'm one of those. So I am here to offer you, well, I can offer you more services if you want. I doubt they will be necessary in the current climate. Regardless.
He gives you a spin out, and then he spins you back in.
Bastion gets a little closer, but for that, I am willing to have some deeper talks. I have some subjects that many in the city would never understand. They lack one very important thing.
You.
And as an answer, Bastion is going to also spin him out, but grab him real close and put him down a little and kind of whisper in his ear. They lack spice.
They always lack spice. And he shivers for a moment and says, please don't take my ear.
Only with consent. And
I like him where it's at.
I'll get him up. And your independent strain is exactly what I like. So, can I assume that this is an agreement that we will keep talking?
Sure, always. And he'll spin you out. And when you spin back in, he will gently take kind of like your collar. He'll bring you really close and he'll say, of course. I always love to talk. And it'll give you a little peck on the nose.
And with that, Bastion will put some distance but keep dancing with him.
Theo or Magnus, would either one of you?
Nah, mine's mainly just trying not to fuck up because I know my dance partner has vastly more experience than me.
She
Magnus
will.
is just sorry.
No, I will say that Isabella does know that Theo is doing his best, and she will smile and smirk and say, "Don't worry, just lean on me. I'll take care of it." And she will lead you around like you are actually in control. And it's making people question and turn. I mean, we've got, Gomez and Morticia over here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not outshining those two. I know that.
No, I'm sorry. Taylor is just like, hi, I'm here. I own the dance floor.
Oh, no.
Now.
Her and Mark dance. They literally are like Gomez and Morticia. They literally dance like two souls and like one soul and two bodies. They are so in tune with each other.
Yes. And they're just moving about and she'll just kind of note them and say, well, we're not going to be like this, but why don't we dance with something you're comfortable with?
Music's not right.
She laughs and says, who says we need music?
Then let me show you the dance I'm actually the best at. And Theo will switch it up to swing, which he practiced the most.
She will actually dance with you out to one of the side exhibits to dance the swing right there. Go for it, Magnus. What's up?
Oh, Magnus and Evie are just dancing to enjoy each other's company. It's not really about the audience, so.
Anything you want to talk about to Evie while they're doing this?
Not at the
Evie
moment.
does
He's
talk
just
while
kind
she
of
can.
enjoying. He's enjoying not having to talk to anyone because he hates Elysium.
She'll laugh and she will say, we can do this anytime. Why just here? You don't do this often.
Responsibilities.
And we can at times not have those.
Yes. And I have time allocated for that coming up, but
Really,
it's been busy leading up to this.
I've got 2-3 more doctors for you to interview, and then you can just go into an administrator if you want.
I might do that. But I didn't learn the gifts, just
I
let
know.
them sit.
I know. But as Misty has pointed out to you several times last week, you need to breathe. I mean, and she will gesture to Spotter, Taylor, Bastion, and Theodore. Look at them.
Yeah. When you go almost a century and a half without, well, no. More than a century and a half without really breathing, it's hard to get back in the habit.
Says the younger of the two of us.
I wasn't speaking about being a kindred, my dear.
Well, what were you saying?
I'll need to talk to you about Sarah tonight.
Okay. Not a problem. However, do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll fling you out for a moment. And she'll bring you back and go, are you better now?
Yes.
Okay, good. And smile, just a little. And she will gently put her finger up on one corner. And as you guys are all dancing, Kajai and Jackson, Jackson turns around, pulls out his checkbook, writes out a check, and hands it to Kajai for $50,000.
You can keep your money too.
Oh no,
This
was a courtesy. It was worth it. It really was.
It was fun. They are much more lively than I'm used to.
Are you going to go out and dance?
Absolutely not.
Why not? Georgiana's been looking for you all evening. Come on, you don't want to cut her out with your clanmate?
No. And if she wanted to find me, she really wanted to, she could.
I would suggest a sheriff, but she's already out.
Let's just say fear is currently much better for other people.
Rather be feared than loved.
Of course, once you get old enough, they become the same thing.
I'll have to ask Dr. Hammond about that one. I think she might have a different view on that.
Just don't let her start talking about flowers.
Flowers?
I don't need Annabelle. I don't need Annabelle coming for me.
What, the roses? Why would she talk about roses? She's an archaeologist.
There's currently a rumor about someone being flatter than they need be, and I really don't need her coming for me.
Well, for once, it's not my lighting. I'm actually this red.
God damn it. He chuckles for a moment and he brings his hand to his lips for a moment.
For the record, Taylor will not actually besmirch Annabelle for her flat ass, okay?
That will be Bastion's job.
Jesus.
Taylor isn't that kind of catty bitch, okay?
I am.
Jackson was. Jackson's it's laughing and then has to cough for a moment. Goes, Kajai, you do know what You do know what that means, don't you?
I think so.
How about you lay some wisdom on me? What does it mean?
I assume it's a reference to her appearance.
Refers to look at Dr. Taylor's physique. She's a very rounded woman. Means that she is constantly working and constantly, shall we say, a hard worker and actually knows what to do. When I refer to somebody's flat derriere, I'm referring to them sitting around, laying around, and doing nothing. However, I did hear pancake ass.
As much as kindred are ancient, as much as they're immature as fuck.
The grave never dies.
He'll just chuckle and go, some new Nosferatu was talking to some other new Nosferatu, and they mentioned that, and I just had a chuckle. They're not wrong.
Well, then, I imagine our council meetings are going to be a bit more entertaining.
Lively. I heard somebody was trying to find a inflatable or a bicycle pump. It's not going to help. I have to get to the Nosferatu. They were very inventive.
They are talented.
They are. Your thoughts?
I think they are gifted in what they do, and they have not been properly appreciated. I think that is also their strength.
That's why Naomi gave him more property.
He's smart, if a bit young. Look forward to seeing what she can do.
I look forward to you and her working together. Who's that? And as he looks across the way, Kajai, he directs your attention to a multi-haired colored floof trying to wade through the crowd, kind of jumping up, looking down, hopping down, jumping up for a moment, looking up and looking down. And you know that's Misty. She's kind of weeding through.
He is a child.
I mean, I like the color. Can I meet her? She looks cool.
We've met a few times before.
I have met her?
I imagine decent once or twice. She is very open, at least with other kindred her age.
I mean, all I know is some kindred decided to stake one of my really, really, really young clansmen. And is that her?
Yes.
You seem thrilled. Do you need to go talk to her?
No, I'm sure she can handle herself. I've taught her how to defend herself with weapons. I don't think I'm the person to teach her how to defend herself with words.
Well, she's coming this way. And she looks kind of... I forgot what the expression was when you're trying to breathe and you forget to breathe and you're in a rush.
Interesting. We'll be back in a moment. I will go to her.
And she's trying to wade through. She hasn't even gotten to the dance floor yet, but she's wading through and, oh my God. Kajai, hi, how are you?
Hello? You all right?
Sort of, kind of, not really, but sort of. Hi, how are you? I said, hi, how are you already? Can we get the friends together? Aunts and uncles and big brother, please and thank you.
I would.
Would you?
he will just call over one of the fledglings or whatever and instruct them to just go around and gather everyone up. Very much using his newfound reputation to do that. They'll be here in a moment.
This poor fledgling, scared out of his fucking mind, just kind of scurries around to whoever he pointed to. So Taylor, Spotter, Magnus, Bastion, and Theo eventually get a tap on their shoulder from this small little fledgling pointing over to where Kajai's at. They didn't tell me what you needed to know. They just said to go get you, and I'm getting you. So please go see new Primage and Kajai. Please and thank you.
Magnus sees Misty and just beelines straight for her.
Oh yeah, Evie's just right on you.
I will give a polite goodbye to Isabel as I head over towards Kajai as well, and just say, "Legend called."
She'll slide her card into your breast pocket.
And he probably exchanged one with her as well.
That's fair.
Bastion is gonna do a shake in the hands of Edward and kind of do a little kiss on the cheek. And then turn around. You did amazing, Giorgio. Don't worry, he won't eat you. To the fledgling. And oh yes, I will talk to him.
Okay.
And then Bastion will
go. Spotter's gonna sigh loudly. He's gonna step away from the Primogen. He's gonna take her hand. He's gonna kiss her hand and tell her to enjoy the rest of her evening.
She'll give a curtsy and say, "Well, I will until you come back."
Okay.
Taylor will take Mark's hand and say, "You're coming with." I don't know what the hell's going on.
He doesn't argue. He just nods. The man learned ages ago. Yep. And as you all come, you see Misty, and she's anxiety is up through the roof. And she's like, "Hi, I'm so sorry. How are you all doing? I'm sorry. Mom called."
Oh.
They're at Midway with Grandpa, and he's missing some things.
Such as
body parts?
Yes.
What?
Taylor's going to look around to see if she sees Helena.
Give me a wits and awareness.
Actually, while she's doing that, just for sanity's sake, I'm going to check for Menelae.
Go for it.
And I'm using my instinct specialty.
Absolutely. If you're not, I would question.
And I will rouse my wits for this.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also rouse.
Awareness. All right, cool. I'll do that.
Yuck. One success.
Mm-hmm.
Let me also do my roll.
Magnus is just like, my doctor's bag's in the car.
That's 9 with a crit.
I got 5.
Okay.
4.
I got a 1, a
just
5,
to watch
a
the
4,
entrances.
9 and a crit, and Spotter. 2. Who's looking for Portia? Okay. Who's looking for Menelae?
Menelae. For everyone else.
That's fair. Menelae is actually, you could see him looking down and just watching the crowd and talking to Critias. They're just having a conversation quietly.
Okay.
You can't find Portia nor Annabelle.
Oh.
Even with a crit. Brett is there, but Annabelle and Portia are not.
Taylor will legit walk right up to Brett.
Brett's drinking and talking to people on the side of the thing.
And she's going to look at him and say, "Where did they go?"
I'll go, "Hi, Dr. Taylor," or Dr. Pam and Hugo and
Annabelle
Rude.
and Portia.
All I knew is they went upstairs to go talk in an office. That's all I know. They said we're going to come down, and he checks his watch. Should be back in about 45 minutes. At least that's what they told me. Why?
Get better at detecting lies. And she turns and walks away.
This kind of goes, all right, crazy brouhaha, but all right, here we go.
She returns.
I brought the SUV.
He didn't know anything, right?
No, he says that they told them that they were going up to talk in an office, which I know is a fucking lie.
That's why I bought the ear off, because he doesn't use them. So...
And that they should be back in 45 minutes. It doesn't take 45 minutes to talk in a fucking office.
Let's go.
I brought everything. So come.
Good job, Misty.
Oh, while everyone else was looking around for Helena and Menelae, or Portia and Menelae, Magnus already left. He was like, he had the where Beckett is, and that there's, he's missing some stuff, so he's headed out.
You'll see as you're heading to your car with Evie, you see Misty with everyone else, and it's a black SUV. She'll just say, just jump on in. Don't ask any questions. I can get us there very quickly. And she'll look to Magnus and kind of give you the signal, follow me. I got you.
Yep.
And she'll get you all in, turn on the car, and all of a sudden wigwags go on. We're doing the wee-woo dance. And she just floors it. And so yes.
Are there any weapons in this car by chance?
Maybe. More of the modern handheld pew-pew kinds, yes. There are no...
Weapons are weapons.
Okay, good.
And I'll text my crew that they can take off.
Okay. They'll just say they have too much fun and they're learning so much about things. Are you sure we can go?
Have at it.
Okay. And Misty turns around and floors it. From Field Museum to Midway, usually from where you're at, takes about 35 to 40 minutes. She gets you there in under 20. And she doesn't go. So with Midway, you've got your runways and you have your terminal. She takes towards the runways. Again, the wigwags are going on, and she crosses into what looks like a private area. And there, as she drives closer, is the plane. It's a private plane that's doors are open, and you see Theo there. Theo Bell.
Is Taylor's stuff in this vehicle? Because otherwise she doesn't have her stuff to leave.
Maybe. As if somebody has already told her to get it.
Okay.
Magnus just gets out and walks right past Theo and is just like...
He just waves you, just go.
Yeah, he's carrying his doctor bag.
Goes to get out of the vehicle and grabs her carry-on. She looks to Mark and says,
give me this, go.
No. Go to my house. Raz will give you what I've left for you.
Can I at least see you off?
Of course. But make sure you go and pick that up.
Right. So give me your bag. I'll make sure it gets on. You go in first and take care of this.
Okay.
Don't worry about me. I got this.
And she'll give the bag to him and go and say, Theo, what the fuck has happened?
Kind of rolls his eyes in the back of his head for a moment and says,
Search passes.
Summoning.
Of course. Where did he go?
I don't know where he went. All I know is I got a call to pick him up.
From who?
I can tell. And I believe everyone here can also tell. Because she can do that. And Bashan goes straight up as well.
All right. She walks in.
Spotter, Kajai, and Theo, are you walking in as well?
Yes.
Hangar,
Dr. Jack
or
has both
is it a
guns.
hangar, or is it a?
It's a plane. You are going into a private jet.
Okay.
It's a nice big private jet, but it's a private jet.
Theo's here, so it probably means that this area is pretty safe. But Spotter needs to take a look around himself. He
Okay.
goes in.
Kajai and Theo?
Jai is heading in.
think-
You're going to go on.
I think Theo's going to stay out just so that the outside crew isn't just totally on their own.
Okay.
But I'll say like he goes up like he's going to board the plane, but doesn't. He's just near in case. Because
Okay.
he doesn't have his doctor's bag.
Got it. No problem. What's in awareness for you, Spotter? And for those that go in, you're going to see Magnus's sire sitting across from Beckett. He is minus the digits on his hand. He's stunned. He's not even sure what to say or think.
Taylor immediately walks up to him and
Mhm.
slaps him across the face.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Didn't mean to roll tonight.
And then she looks at him and says, "It's Hester." Cuthbert, snap out of it.
Like to roll a man who's in a stupor.
Magnus looks at his sire and is just like, did you get the fingers or do I just need to sew them up as is?
As many things happen at once, as Taylor hits Beckett, he does come out of the stupor, blinking, looking around, going,
Eyes on me.
"Hi."
Hi.
What? And then he looks down at his hands for a moment and looks back up and says, "Shit."
Yeah. Magnus is here. He'll patch you up.
Oh, there's not Magnus. She took them all.
Like to the palm.
They're gone. There's no sewing up.
I mean, you still have to sew up the wound, like
Yeah, right.
and it helps it heal because I rolled an 11 crit on the int in medicine.
Absolutely. Because you are mega doctor. As you are sewing things up, the sire, Magnus' sire, just shakes her head and says, "We landed. I tried to keep him here. It didn't work out well."
It wouldn't. She can make that happen anywhere to anyone that she apparently desires.
Why did she take your fingers?
He just shakes his head and says, "I'm not sure. I don't remember." And as he tries to explain what happened, as per Beckett's diary, Spotter, with your 7, you see it's a clear field. You do see Nosferatu around, but they're not exactly looking at the plane. They're just doing their usual bets.
Sure. Okay.
And Beckett just looks to Kajai and goes, "It just happened. I don't know."
Where did you go?
A club.
The Succubus Club?
I don't remember the name. I just remember being told to get into a cab. The cab would take me.
Is she alone?
We talked alone, yeah. And then, well, this happened. And then he pauses for a moment. And Theo puts his head and says, "I got a call to pick him up. He was just standing there. I covered everything up and brought him here."
Did you come here first and then get summoned, or were you summoned to come here?
I was arriving a different way completely. I landed about 4 hours ago and was having a couple of meetings with some friends of mine. And I was summoned to go pick him up and bring him here.
By who?
When you get summoned, you don't ask. You go. I have a feeling it was her.
Taylor
Spend
looks to
money.
Kajai. We're already too late.
Getting stronger.
Beckett will look at Taylor. I got it, though.
The book?
She can't do it to me.
Good.
And he'll look over to what looks like the back part of the plane where, as you know and remember, the man can never keep anything neat. Everything's a mess.
No, it's always
There's
a
papers
mess.
everywhere.
Mhm.
And he'll guide your eyes almost to what looks like a small bound leather book. And he'll say, it's worth its weight in gold. Be careful with it. Copy.
Thank you.
The only copy I have. Karna disappeared. She is the only other book. That's the original.
They disappeared. Was she captured by a man?
Tremere disappear. I don't have their witchy ways.
Right. Well, you don't seem to be starving, so we can assume this wasn't about blood.
Do you know what she can do? Oh,
Stories.
Theo kind of chuckles, says, he got fed. Don't need him breaching all over, what? We were North Michigan Avenue? Yeah, that would have been fun.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You. My God, Cuthbert, you just walk right into shit all the time, don't you?
Magnus's sire nods implicitly, and she'll go, all the time?
Magnus reaches into his bag and pulls out 2 stakes and says, the next time he tries to go walkabout.
Done.
Taylor takes the other one and says he's coming with me to Prague.
Sounds good.
You're leaving now?
My escort's here, and she points to Theo.
He just kind of gives a
High quality escort.
Indeed.
but the best.
And she just looks to him and says, let me guess, Karlak called in his last favor with you.
What favor? I'm doing this out of courtesy for you. Fuck him.
Thank you, Theo.
That bitch can fry in a goddamn pit of oil and fire. I don't give a flying fuck. So we can all put the stakes down.
Well, Taylor's actually going to set the stake by the book.
I got her. Don't worry about it.
Do what I can to monitor her, but it would manage
Impossible.
much.
She said, Cuthbert rambles a little bit and says, she's got new blood. It's only a matter of time.
What do you mean by that?
He just looks over to Bastion. You do know what they use to feed, right?
God fucking damn it.
She's only been out for a couple of years, but she's now coming back to her senses.
Yeah. Really quick.
She's gonna start stirring up shit.
It's what she does best.
Mm-hmm. Has for
I
millennia.
guess. My guess is she won't be able to influence the prince as long as other parties are around, which means between myself and other council members, going to be fun.
Let me dispel any guesses. She's not going to act directly at any moment, but she will influence others. She's not going to wait. She's going to enact her influence as best as she can, try and corrupt anyone as best as she can. We need to be more proactive if we intend to not be influenced. One way or the other.
Theo chimes in. We can leave tonight right away if you guys want. It's not a problem. We'll bring Cupper with us because he just looks at the hands going, God knows she'll take more if we leave him here.
Yeah, we can't do that. Let's get him across the fucking world.
I'm fine with that.
Besides,
y'all
and she
wanna
looks
come
to
with?
Cuthbert and says, I could use your help.
He kind of looks up going, huh? How?
Because while you do tend to walk right into shit, you find the most interesting things.
He gives a smile and goes, yeah, I do.
Magnus just pats his sire and grandsire on the shoulders and just goes, try not to run into Baba Yaga while you're over in Eastern Europe.
I haven't seen her in a while.
Magnus
Don't
just
even
like
know.
takes a deep breath and then just reaches forward and smacks Beckett on the back of the head.
And Taylor turns to look at the group and says, gentlemen, I'll be back in a month. I'll be in touch.
Got it.
Yep.
We'll try to keep the fort up.
You got your house squared away, all that stuff?
Yes, I have a couple of associates of mine alternating housekeeping and house sitting. If you want to check in on it, feel free. I'm sure they're going to host parties. I've told them that's fine. Just don't leave a mess for me to clean up. And, you know.
No problem.
Hell,
I'm sure I won't mess with you.
and Theo, you hear, hell, take Theo with you when you're going to check it out. He might enjoy having some fun with them.
Oh, Theo, we partying.
And she actually walks out of the plane real quick.
You'll see Misty and Mark talking to each other for a moment.
And then standing just at the entrance to the plane is the other Theo.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, Theo, I'll see you in a month.
Enjoy Prague.
I'll enjoy working with my students. And Prague is a beautiful city. But enjoy Prague? No.
Tolerate Prague as best you can, then.
Thank you. Thank you. You and Spotter will likely be going to check on my place periodically. I've asked him to take you because I have Raspberry will be house sitting as well as another friend of mine, Francois, and I think you would find them interesting to meet and get to know.
I'll start making inroads. Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. And she just pats him on the shoulder and walks to Mark and Misty.
Misty runs and gives her a hug. I'm so sorry I interrupted things. Are you okay?
How dare you?
And
I know, right?
she just literally, because Misty's this short little thing compared to her, because Taylor's almost 6 foot tall. And she literally just wraps her arms around her and kisses the top of her head and says, it is perfectly fine.
Okay. You look really pretty.
Thank
My
you.
son. I like the dads. They're really cute.
Thank you.
I take it I gotta go say goodbye to everyone.
Well, not everyone, but to Beckett and your sire.
Grandma and Mom, got it. I'll be back. And she jumps up and goes into the plane.
And she looks to Mark.
He offers her bag.
She takes it.
You're gonna be back, right?
Of course.
I mean, if you're not, I'm going to be slightly upset.
I love you, Mr. Levesque. I will be back.
And he just wraps his arms around your waist, dips you into a big passionate kiss and says, Lady Estra Stratford.
No, Stanhope.
Stanhope, sorry, because Junie forgets, not Mark. Thank you. And he just says, I love you, Lady Esther Stranhart. Why? Because you're the best thing in my life. Deep, passionate kiss, brings her back up, and then gently pats her butt and says, go kill him. Or knock him dead.
I have something better planned. And she just winks at him and walks onto the plane.
As Taylor comes in, Misty's giving Beckett a hug and Sire a hug and looks to Magnus, and she kind of is going to question the fingers, but she's not going to at this moment.
Helen of Troy is kinky.
Everybody has their kinks. What did I say tonight?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Oh my God, now I feel awful for the things I did at Elysium. God damn it, it runs in the blood.
What did you do?
That but minor and with consent.
Okay. I'm going to go and wait in the car.
No. Misty.
Bye, Taylor.
Misty, we got to go to Taylor's place and check it out, make sure it's okay.
Yes.
She said we could party there.
Oh, who are we bringing?
Everybody.
She just looks at the rest of the clan, the rest of the car. She goes, boys, I know how to get there quick. We're going to ride.
Very well.
She didn't say when. She said to do it.
Safe travels.
But you go,
Thank you,
Kajai. You're coming with. And then she bounces off of the plane.
No, he's... No. He is not coming with her. Even if I could drag him, I would not.
I will leave the plane.
Yeah, Thea will descend and then be back on the tarmac. Or are we indoors for this?
You're out.
Okay.
We're
on an airfield. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Bastion is gonna leave, but the last thing he says is, I wish all of you a safe travel and safety from the problems.
Thank you.
Taylor,
Yes.
all of us are going to keep the fort up.
Thank you.
And then he leaves.
Magnus gives his sire a hug
He hugs him back gently.
and just pats Beckett on the shoulder because he really kind of wants to smack him upside the head again, but he's not going to right now. And
He
then
just lost all his fingers, dude. Come on.
Yeah, I know. That's why he only smacked him once.
Damn.
And then he just looks up to Taylor. He's like, enjoy the garden.
I will.
Probably want to talk when you get back.
I'll make sure that we do.
And Magnus heads out.
Take care, Taylor. See you when you get back.
Bye, Spotter.
And as everyone has left, Theo's going to look at Taylor and say, buckle up, we're out.
And Taylor sits, puts her overnight bag first in the compartment above her, and sits and straps in and says,
Theo closes the door and heads to the cockpit.
gonna want to talk to you at some point when we're refueling.
Not a problem. We're gonna be landing in Jersey in about 2.5 hours.
Perfect. Because I have an idea for the bastard of Prague.
Cool. I'm open ears. Actually, you know what? Beckett's got a nurse. Come, be co-pilot.
She unstraps, looks to Beckett, gives him a wink, and then goes up to the cockpit.
Sire just smiles and just sits Beckett down, make sure he's strapped in. By the time you're strapped into your seat, he's already got the engines fired up and you're taxiing.
Yep. and she's going to tell him about her plan to rescue the torpid former prince, the Toreador Vasily.
I'll go, I remember him. As you start to take off, and the rest of the coterie and Misty stands on the tarmac watching Dr. Taylor lift up into the air. And this is the end of Act 1. I'd like to thank all my players. I'd like to thank everyone that has watched this because, oh my God, I can't believe we got this far. Holy crap. They let me run a game, people.
What's crazier is we still have finished your plot before this was all over.
Plot murders, dear Lord. I want to thank the players. I want to thank all of you guys for watching. I'm very humbled that I have such amazing people here at the table to burn through my plot within, I believe it was 6 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of this is
Has
all
been
sandbox.
sandbox.
Before I turn this over, don't forget to shank Shanky with a subscription and give this woman a fucking cup of coffee because she needs it. Thank you very much. I turn it over to Mama.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. And do make sure you join us on our Discord. That is where we have cast this game and cast all of our streams from. And it's also where we hang out. We occasionally do some Zoom hangouts where you get to chat with us. We haven't done those in a while because we've been streaming both Friday and Saturday nights, which are our nights that we typically can host Zoom chats. So we just haven't been able to, but we should be able to maybe do one over the course of the holidays at some point. So do join us there. And thank you for the biddies, Callie Salvo. Our cast here does appreciate the biddies because we do distribute bits and donations to our players, of course. I'll get that in a minute. Do also check out our YouTube channel if you would like to catch back episodes of this stream, because this is the end of Act 1 of Season 1. Season 1 is not over. Season 1 is going to be 30 episodes. That's how Junie runs her stuff. So we will be back after the first of the year. You need to be on our Discord to know exactly when we are coming back, because that's going to be announced here on streams as we get closer, or basically on Discord. So join us there. But do check out the YouTube channels. Go give them a free subscription on YouTube. Like videos that you're watching. Comment on them, because that boosts both the McStabber Studios, and if you do so with the London Esoteric Society, which is Tiss's content, you will boost both of them in the search rankings when people are looking for our content like ours on YouTube. And it's free. It only takes a few minutes of your time. Seriously. So please go do so. We have amazing friends that also stream on their own channels. Junie, what you got going on?
Besides strangling people, because orange does not look good on me, we're making dumpster fires. We're doing certain things for kids, for dice bags, as well as goodie bags. Not only am I on my own channel, I'm on Ravenous Archons, and I'm also playing somebody on Ree's channel.
And that kicks us over to Ree. Ree, what you got going on your channel?
So this Tuesday, our mage story continues as our cabal is trying to deal with some problems. They've had some good dreams recently, I'm told, that they enjoyed. So you should definitely check that out to see just how that continues going. And then in January, keep your eyes open, because I'm told there may be a new story beginning, one where Junie will get to join us again.
Awesome. And of course, we have Ravnos Archon in our list of friends. He is one of our STs here at McStabber Studios. He runs right now currently the mage portion of our Queen's Gambit. That will be finishing their splat not this coming week, but the week after. And of course, he streams on his own channel. I think he's been doing a Hunter mini-series at this point to wrap up towards the end of the year. So do check out his channel. Give him some love from us. And then Mischievous Red also streams on her channel when she has the spoons to do so, typically on Sunday afternoon evenings, and she does various creative activities or video games. So do check her out and give her some love as well. And of course, as I said before, if you would like to support the table, you can do so by showing your biddies, by giving bits or donations. Those are distributed amongst our players. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so by subscribing on Twitch, or if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can do one free subscription a month. You may consider giving that to us. Or you can donate to our KoFi page, our coffee page. Buy Mama a coffee, please. Mama's very tired. It's seasonal affective time, and I'm very tired, y'all.
Taylor's gonna have a long flight. She needs
And
coffee.
Taylor's got a long flight from Chicago to Prague. Okay.
Hey, you'll be torpid for parts of it.
Yep. And of course, we also do have a merch page on Zazzle. You can check that out if you would like to buy any studio merch. Make sure that you are signed into that site so that you can see all the merch, because some of it does have curse words on it, like our Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would t-shirt. It's a Camp Counselor t-shirt, has Counselor on the back and Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would on the front. It's amazing. Do check it out, but make sure you're signed in so you can be age verified to see it. And of course, thank you for the sub. Thank you so much. Love it. But yeah, definitely check that out. And coming up over the next week, we have on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. The season finale of Demon the Fallen at 8 p.m. Eastern. Season 3 is coming to a close, and House will be back with Maddox and I and the rest of the crew after his little field trip with Lucy. Yeah.
And then we will also see the return of our dear Nibas as well.
Yes, and Nibas will be back as well. So yeah.
By the way,
LA
folks,
is like the fucking worst.
Yeah. You'd think demons would thrive in LA, everyone. No, we do not. It, in fact, is very stifling in LA.
It is horrible.
Nobody thrives in LA. LA is a dumpster fire in World of Darkness.
It really is. It's like, God damn, this is hot garbage.
Like, Jesus, and Demon, we're literally the most powerful things on the block, and even we're all like, this fucking sucks.
Like, just destroy it all. Fuck this shit.
Oh, wow, maybe Raveners do have a point.
Maybe they do. So join us Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for that. And then on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Queen's Gambit, Changelings are finishing their splat. Maddox is STing that, y'all. So
I'm sure
you get to
that's safe.
see Maddox a lot this week. But and Saturday, there will be no stream. We are done with Saturday streams until the new year. So that's it. Yeah. But behind the scenes, all of us will be getting together for a cast meeting that night. But that's behind the scenes and not streamed. But
Yeah, gotta lose the memes there.
yeah. But seriously, though, that's what we got going on. And then I want y'all to really take care of yourselves. Right now, it is a hard time for folks. We're going into the holidays. It's wintertime. Those of us who have seasonal affective disorder, they are struggling at this time. I mean, probably have been for at least a month. And literally, it's just, it's a lot right now. So please make sure that you are taking care of yourself, that you are utilizing your resources that you have available to yourself, whether that be friends, family, therapists, counselors, whatever you have available for yourself. But if you do not have enough support and you are currently in crisis, right now in chat, there's a list of organizations that you can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They are staffed with people that are qualified to help you get off that ledge. And most of them have been through the crisis that you're going through right now. You are not alone. Okay? And if you are not in Twitch chat right now, or if you are in another country outside of the US, please go to findahelpline.com. Look up your location to find the support resources available to you for crisis support. And as Timberbread is saying in chat right now, it is okay to not be okay. You are still worthy. Even if you're not as good as everyone expects you to be. And please get help if you need it. All right. And lastly, I'm McStabber. I'm a registered nurse. And I want to tell you, please make sure you get your vaccines. It is really fucking important. I am terrified at what the Trump administration will do to our national healthcare system. I am terrified what the Trump administration is going to do to Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, government workers and contractors, and our healthcare system that's already broken. It's already broken. They're just going to make it worse. So please go get vaccinated while you can. I'm dead serious if you haven't. Take your meds, drink your water, get your fucking checkups. Take care of yourself, mind and body. They all work together. And I'm going to say, because of touching on my fears of what the administration will do to our whole fucking society, if you voted for that fucking felon, if you voted third party as a fucking protest, you didn't save any Palestinians. And if you abstained when you were eligible to vote, get the fuck off my channel. You are not welcome here. And if you're in my Discord community, get the fuck out of my community before I find out and make your existence there absolute hell. Said from the bottom of my heart. Good night, everybody.